Steve Brossman from Business Online TV. Now, today I have Tatiana, and before I tell you who she is and where she's from, I'm going to tell you we're going to be talking about something that affects the lives of many men and the relationships of many couples. Welcome along.
Thanks, Steve.
Now, you are from the Orgasmiceffect.com.
That's correct,
and
yes.
your claim to fame is you help men last longer where they should.
Yeah, I teach guys how to last longer in the bedroom, and it's a great method that that works for everyone.
Right.
It works from guys from all ages, from 18 all the way to 70. And literally all it takes is to be able to practice 5 minutes out of their 24-hour day to practice these amazing techniques that are really, really simple.
Oh, let's get into those techniques in a little while. However, whenever I'm driving down the street or I see these big billboards, last longer, better sex and so forth with these nasal sprays and whatever, it's not all about that, is it?
Nasal sprays and all of those billboards, what that's about, that's stimulating your nerves and muscles.
Yeah.
And when a person's tired, how much stimulation are you going to have if you're dead tired?
So tell me a little bit about what goes wrong and why it all happens. You were telling me before about the history of man and what we're supposed to do and how that affects us now. And people out there would love to hear it.
Well, what happens is men are providers, and a male being a provider carries a responsibility. And a male really needs to achieve, he needs to succeed, he needs to accomplish. And when males really need to do that, that's part of being a male.
Right.
The male is really driven by testosterone. It's kind of the flip side of the same coin. A male is driven by testosterone and competition. And when a male is driven like that, what that does to a male is it creates a lot of stress. So every male on the planet knows
There's
that
a lot of guys out there that are stressed.
a lot
and they're stressed about being stressed.
Yeah, you're right
they're stressed
there.
about not lasting long. So
Absolutely,
this is going to
Steve.
help a lot of different things.
Absolutely, Steve. So males go to release stress, they go stress and release.
Right.
And I was just saying to one of the ladies here that when a woman wants to release stress, women don't release stress from here.
Right.
Women release stress from connecting to other women, chit-chatting and all of that sort of thing. And so I teach guys how to basically make that connection, to connect to the heart and to release that energy that's always accumulated in the genital area.
Right.
So it's not accumulating and releasing, accumulating and releasing, because that's not making use of that energy. Now, when guys start to make use of that energy through practicing that 5 minutes out of the 24-hour day, those techniques, when they make use of that energy, they feel more vibrant, they feel more alive, they feel more energized, and it makes them feel much more balanced. It's like a switch.
Sure.
You can actually switch from being stressed to being really relaxed. And that's what gives guys greater connection. And the first thing a guy wants is to connect with himself. When a guy connects with himself, that's what enables a guy to connect to his partner, because he's then connecting to intimacy. He's connecting to that intimacy with himself, that feeling of relaxation. That women love that. They love when a guy's relaxed. They love when the guy's connecting to intimacy. And the side effect of that is lasting power in the bedroom.
Now, you say it only takes 5 minutes a day with these tips and techniques.
That's right.
Like, is it for all ages? And you were telling me that it is for all ages.
Yes.
And some of the people that you've worked with...
Yes, 70 years old.
Wow.
70 years old. I had a guy who was 70. He came to me and he couldn't get it up. He couldn't get it up for 3 years.
Wow.
And the bottom line was that after 2 weeks of practice, he went from 0 to 6 minutes.
So 0 to hero.
6 minutes. 10 months later, he got himself a 29 and a 45-year-old lover, and now he's lasting, this was 3 years ago, he's lasting, well, he tells me 15 minutes. He says sometimes 20 minutes, but 15 minutes for a 20-year-old. For a 70-year-old is pretty good.
Wow, that's impressive to be able to function, let alone be able to perform at that level. And look, this is a serious topic that we're talking about, even though it may sound a little bit tongue-in-cheek, and this does cause a lot of stress on relationships with the male being the provider and the performer, and also affecting their partner as well.
Well, when men underperform in the bedroom, it causes feeling of lack of self-esteem, not just insecurity, but it starts to break the relationship down, because when a man feels he's not able to quite perform, and he can't get there and he can't provide for her the pleasure and what she really needs and wants from him, it starts to break down that whole intimacy, the lasting longer, and that's the result of a lot of breakdowns in relationships.
One thing that you touched on a little earlier, that the byproduct is that they do last longer in the bedroom, but the journey along the way is they actually feel better and greater vitality, and they feel better about themselves.
Yeah. They feel better about themselves because it's a very slow process. It's like learning how to play tennis well. It's learning how to dance, learning how to ride a motorbike, scuba dive. It's all about practice, and it's so easy. It's just 5 minutes out of your 24-hour day. And the practice is in the morning. You just practice those 3 minutes in the morning. And it's really about a little bit of breathing, a little bit of connecting that energy, and you're connecting to something that you love. So it's a lovely,
Wow.
delightful feeling to practice. And what guys are practicing is actually literally to love themselves, but that's a very simplistic way of putting it.
It's
But
very simplistic, and a lot. I know there is a lot of science
Yes.
and history behind it. Now, it is something, as I said, does affect a lot of lives. How can people find out about this, and how can they find out about you?
The Orgasmiceffect.com is my website,
Right.
and the ebook is there.
Right,
And there's a lot of
okay.
tips there on different ways that you can identify what's happening to you.
Look, we have had a lot of fun talking about this, but it really is a serious topic that can benefit so many different aspects of the
Yes.
male and their partner's life. So if you want to find out more information about this, and I'm sure you're going to be inundated when people watch this video, theorgasmiceffect.com.
That's correct.
And grab the information, grab the ebook, contact Tatiana, because I haven't tried it yet, but I believe that it will change a lot of different things in your life. And thank you so much for coming in and talking about this.
Thank you, Steve.
And bringing it out into the open so we can share it with you.
Thank you.
We'll see you again with another interesting topic real soon. Cheers.